My name is Stacey Maxwell, and today I'm going to talk about parental involvement in autism interventions. Parents of children with autism are under comparable amounts of stress to that of combat soldiers. A 2009 study led by Dr. Marcia Seltzer at the University of Wisconsin-Madison indicates that parents of children with autism are subjected to levels of stress that could cause PTSD. Research has shown parent-implemented autism interventions are a crucial component to success. Parent-implemented programs allow treatments to continue in the child's natural environment. Parent education is then personalized for their own child and provides long-term outcomes and generalization. Successful interventions have been seen to reduce stress for the child and the family. I'll talk about two main points today. The first of those is that autism interventions taking place in the natural environment of the child are the most effective for generalization and have the longest lasting outcomes into adulthood. Secondly, I'll talk about how parent education can alleviate some access issues by allowing families to implement these interventions during authentic opportunities, which are personalized for their child's specific needs, thus reducing stress on the entire family. Consider this graphic showing cortisol levels in parents of children with ASDs and a control group. These are the results of Dr. Seltzer's 2010 study showing increased levels of cortisol in mothers of children with autism. This is an indicator of increased and sustained levels of stress. More to my main point, number one, parent-implemented autism interventions taking place in the child's natural environment are the most effective and do create the most opportunity for generalization and those long-lasting outcomes into adulthood. Interventions that are implemented by parents and family members can take place in the child's natural environment. Research shows that interventions occurring in the natural environment increase generalization, improve communication skills. In a clinical setting, children can feel less comfortable and become resistant. Ultimately, this does defeat the purpose of these interventions. Interventions inside the familiar, centered on family participation, can reduce stress on the child and the family. Dr. Paul Benson published results of his 2008 study at the University of Massachusetts, showing that children who experience family-centered interventions will then experience better outcomes, and parents are reporting reduced stress levels. Generalization has been shown to be vital to long-term outcomes in expressive language for these children and their parents. Spontaneous expressive language is crucial to one's abilities for engaging in basic conversations, for daily interactions with the public. These long-term outcomes are critical for job learning skills, living independently, and those activities of daily life that we may take for granted. On to my second main point, parent education can alleviate some access issues during authentic opportunities. These are personalized for their own child's specific needs and can reduce stress for the whole family. Consider the financial sustainability of transporting a child to and from these clinical settings. Oftentimes, these are in areas where resources are limited, and traveling the distance to these resources can cause financial and time constraints. Many programs in easily accessible areas have extremely long wait lists for new clients. We're seeing wait list times of 2 years or better. Parent-implemented programs can begin immediately and continue without service interruptions, which can occur for a plethora of reasons. Alternatively, consider the cost of having private in-home interventions with professionals. Most families, even with good health insurance, cannot sustain the cost of privately implemented professional care. Heavily involved parents will gain personalized education for developing strategies and methods best suited to their own child and family. According to Michael Siller's 2012 study at UCLA, parent-mediated interventions increase parental responsiveness, which is showing long-term advantages. Parents that are more educated are in turn more responsive, making these interventions more effective in the long run. It is widely known that parental involvement in ASD interventions is beneficial to the child. With so much to gain in generalization by utilizing natural environments for autism interventions. When interventions are successful and more easily accessible, naturally, parent stress is reduced. To summarize my main points, parent-implemented programs can decrease stress to the child, parent, and the family by utilizing natural environments, providing inclusion, and increasing efficacy. Research shows stress levels to children and parents in autism interventions is reduced when implemented in the child's natural environment. Including the household in treatment opportunities, tasks can sometimes be shared in a more inclusive environment is provided for the child. Family-centered care can be less stressful when more people participate and provides a more inclusive environment. Children then experience better outcomes, and parents are reporting reduced levels of stress. In closing, generalization and stress reduction are perceived markers for success in ASD interventions. It has been repeatedly concluded that parent-implemented interventions in natural environments are better generalized, more effective, and can reduce stress on multiple levels for the parent and the family unit. Thank you.